Title V, and we're still paying for it. And now you're asking me to pay for another one because we were told that we wouldn't get a sewer in there. You people have to get on the same page with everyone. You got one guy telling us that we don't need it. You have someone at this end saying we do. It's ridiculous. You people not even on the same page on this. We just put in our Title V. It's criminal to ask us to put another $20,000 now. I can't afford it. Our taxes go up every year. Our insurance is going up every year, and now you people are trying to raise our taxes again. Thank you.
An alternative system. It is certainly a not an apples to apples comparison, but my preliminary quotes that I've gotten from a contractor now, looking at about a $10,000 bill, I will reduce my nitrogen output to about single digits, and I will qualify for a $6,000 state tax credit, bringing my total cost to about $4,000. And there's just so many ways that we could save money, even if we were sewering. Instead of ripping up roads, families like the Holmeses who have multiple properties, or people who can get along with their neighbors, can certainly do pipe installs, connections, a gang together to save themselves considerable amounts of money. The other main point that I wanted to bring up was Mr. Barry had brought up at the 10 seconds at the last meeting, was that the state estuaries project considered this to be under the threshold of maximum nutrient loads. So I believe that taking nutrients away from the area is just as detrimental as polluting it with too much, and that the county has a dredge that could be used. It's sitting over at the farm, and you know, looking at these alternatives of resources that we have should be looked at, rather than just saying we need to tax the hell out of people. Thank you.
Because they cannot be here, many of them are elderly, they can't come out to these meetings, and they want their voices heard. They are against the sewer for two reasons. One, because they can't afford it, which is the main reason, and two, because they don't need it. Dr. Miller made the point that 20% of the septic systems in the area have been upgraded in the last 5 years. That's not always because they failed. Sometimes it's because people wanted to upgrade their systems, or because, in my case, I built a new house, I put in a new septic system. And your economics is about, if systems fail, then sort of comes out equally to what people would have to pay for this sewer system. But there aren't any failed systems in our neighborhood right now. There are no failed systems. So
good evening. My name's Tom Holmes. I'm from Woodbury Avenue also, and I've lived there for 45 years. And I feel a little slighted by the town because less than 2 years ago, I didn't really need a new septic, but I wanted to do some work on my house, so I had to upgrade. And I thought I asked all the right questions, and the guy literally told me it would not happen in your lifetime. So $18,000 later, which I'm still paying on, it seems like nobody knows what the other person's doing. So now you say, well, it's a $23,000 betterment, but that breaks down to $100 and something bucks a month. And if you're a person in town with a family, $100 and something bucks a month for your septic, $400 bucks a month for your kid to ride the bus, $125 bucks for your kid to play a sport. It's like you're not getting nickel and dimed anymore. You're getting $100 to death for everything. So people with families and young families, it costs you thousands of dollars that older people don't incur. And I mean, I don't have any money. The economy's bad. Everybody's working. You work twice as much to make half the amount of money, but you're getting twice as many bills. And I do understand that we need it, but I don't believe that we should have to pick up the tab for everybody. Thank you.
I own rental property on Woodbury, and in the last 4 years I haven't gone up on my tenants at all, because I have good tenants and they can't afford it actually, so I've eaten the cost of a lot. But I'm going to have to go up on my rental on my tenants if this goes through. My septic system is relatively new, and I'm not going to be stuck paying for it, so my tenants are going to have to be stuck paying for it, and they really can't afford it. Thank you.
They can barely pay their bills, they can barely pay their taxes. Look along the vacancy signs in the hotels in this town, in the rental properties in this town, the for sale signs and the foreclosures. It's tempting. You say, how can you turn away the money? You have to look at the big picture. The other thing that has to be made clear is hooking up this sewer system is not going to clean the creek. The creek has to be cleaned by dredging it in the Army Corps of Engineers. I, too, have played in that creek for 33 years. I've been going to Keys Beach. That's why when I was able to, I bought property there. There's no water coming through it when the tides change. That has nothing to do with the sewers. And for seasonal people like me, my septic is 6 years old. It has been used for a total of 14 months. You can't tell me that people like me are contributing to the pollution of Stewart Creek when what you have is you have a whole ecology going in there that's not being drained because it's plugged up. Clear the creek and then reevaluate what danger.
I want to repeat what the lady before me said. It's because of stagnation of the water. Tides every 12 hours are supposed to rinse out an estuary. And because the culvert is in the wrong place and the wrong size, that's why the nutrient load. It has been studied and proven that it's not because of nitrogen load. Nitrogen is a direct function of leaky sewage system, and that is not the case of Stewart Creek. So why are we discussing sewage improvement when it's not necessary?
Spread it out. Eventually everybody's going to have to get hooked up to sewer. And maybe charge $100 extra on everybody's tax bill every year. The whole town, town-wide. Thank you.
The grinder pumps, the connection fees, and the usage fees, I come up with like another $8,800. So actually, the cost is really about $30,000 per household, and that does not include removing your septic, landscaping, repairing your driveway, or any ejection pumps. Would ejection pumps also be something that people that lived in a low-lying area would have to consider? Or is a grinder pump and an ejection pump basically the same thing? And does the grinder pump include installation? Does this price include installation of the grinder, or is this just the pump?
The pipe, the price that we're giving doesn't include work on the private property.
Oh, it's just the price of the pump. You still have to pay to install it. So we
Yes,
might
ma'am.
jump this up to about, what, $35,000 per house.
It all depends on the individual property and whether a grinder pump is even required.
Well, obviously, people just simply cannot afford this. It's a guessing game. It's like we're playing the price is right. What is the price? Nobody knows.
I'm Haskins. I live on Greenwood Ave. I'm with everybody else. I just don't have the money. Everybody's here for the same thing. I work every day, 60 hours a week. I bring my paycheck to the mortgage company, and whoop, I get to live another month in my house. With everybody else. That's all I have to say is no. Can't afford it.